I'm looking right, baby. She wanna think I'm only out here for the night, baby. I'm Puerto Rico, Casamigos with the Sprite, baby. She wanna fuck with the scammers, talk to me nice, baby. She hit the bottle and the oldest wobble wobble. Just thought he's fucking for a fight, the cobble wobble. African twin, he spin, hit the throttle. She wanna fuck with the gangsters, talk to me nice, baby. Finish the bottle when that whole thing, she a model. She in the mirror like a Showtime, the Apollo. Catch up the phone, now I pull up in the Tahoe. Thought it's boring, I ain't calling unless she swallow. She don't listen, I ain't tripping, she don't follow. Got another where he swerving on her potholes. Got another thought, he thinks she hit the lotto. She pop a perky, then she chase it with Moscato. This bitch is bad, she fucking all the drug dealers. I took his bitch and then I took his plug, nigga. Have her back, I'm getting to the bag, nigga. Bust in your house, I'm running through your stash, nigga. On the grand flashing all that cash, nigga. Part in my back, I'm counting all these stacks, nigga. Gucci duffel Louis on my ass, nigga. Hennessy and TNT, we blast, nigga. I'm on my dress, I'm looking right, baby. She wanna think I'm only out here for the night, baby. I'm Puerto Rico, Casamigos with the Sprite, baby. She wanna fuck with the scammers, talk to me nice, baby. She hit the bottle and the oldest wobble wobble. Just thought he's fucking for a fight, the cobble wobble. African twin, he spin, hit the throttle. She wanna fuck with the gangsters, talk to me nice, baby. This whole insect, she fucking on the damn crew. Coming out of sock, she lost her damn shoe. Her friend and poppin', she ain't got no damn clue. Rollin' O's and weed and smoking bamboo. Smoking gelato when the Tahoe smell the fucking jar. She wanna ride with me cause we look like some movie stars. The style moving faster than a speeding car. Coming through the door.
I'm in the building.
Poppin' Molly's and you know she took a Zanny bar. Talking about a Mazda is a family car. I hit her with a curve, then the coup de grace. Zillow games, I'm shaking up the dice, baby. She wanna stay with me so we can make the night, baby.
Let's go.
She wanna be with me so I can lay the pipe, baby.
Let's go.
I'm only out here for the night, baby.
For the night, baby.
I'm only out here for the night,
That's
baby.
for the night, baby. I'm looking right, baby. I'm for the night, baby.
Puerto Rico, Casamigos with the Sprite, baby. She wanna fuck with the scammers, talk to me nice, baby. She hit the bottle and the oldest wobble wobble.
Wobble wobble.
Thought he's fucking for a fight, the cobble wobble.
Cobble wobble.
African swing, he spin, hit the throttle.
Hit the throttle.
She wanna fuck with the gangsters, talk to me nice, baby.
Welcome to the Check-In Report. I am your humble yet gracious host, True and Living. I'm not your homie. I'm the one and only Macaroni. Welcome to the show, y'all. Welcome to the show. I didn't get a chance to take a gander, take a full look at the Kamala Harris Oprah interview. They conducted this interview about last week. Had a host of celebrities there: Meryl Streep, Chris Rock, Jennifer Lopez, Bryan Cranston, a host of celebrities there, and they had an open panel. And people are calling the interview that Kamala Harris had with Oprah. They're calling it a Cringefest interview. Some people are calling it an embarrassment, a failure of epic proportion that the Democrats displayed. And today I wanted to take a look at it. I didn't get a chance. I was vacationing and stuff like that, so I didn't get a full chance to take a look at it and to take a gander at it. And to just to see what Kamala was talking about. Of course, I'm sure she's going to be mentioning a bunch of excuses, excuses on the border, excuses why she hasn't done anything in the last 3.5 years in the office. She's going to point fingers at Donald Trump. She's going to point fingers at the food industry, point fingers at big banks. Excuses. In the chat, I need you guys to humor me. Humor me in the chat. Who is more fake and phony? Now, listen, Oprah Oprah can be very fake and very phony.
Oh, power rule? You going to bed, nigga.
She could be very funny style. She could be very, even when I saw, just a little portion of the video when Kamala rather, when she came out, that hug just seemed very telegraphed and very fake to me. So yeah, I just want to ask the question, in the poll, we did a poll, who is more fake? Who is more phony? Do you feel like Kamala is more fake and phony? Kamala's kind of fake and phony. Is Oprah more fake or phony? These are two fake and phony women, if you ask me. But let's get into the clip in the interview that Kamala and Oprah had. I believe this was in where was this? Where did this interview take place? Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Detroit. Okay. So this was in Detroit. Okay, this was out in Detroit. Hey, the people that we have in here, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you're just coming into the building, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Who's more fake? Who's more phony? Kamala Harris or Oprah Winfrey? Let's get into the interview without any further ado. Kamala Harris and Oprah with the Cringefest interview. Let's get into it. Give me 1 second, because there's like a little bit of music in this right here. Let me just skip up a little bit. Give me 1 second, y'all.
So frustrated with
They put a little music at the top of this thing. So give me a second.
The next week, I saw you walking in the thing. And I said,
Hold on. Give me 1 second, y'all.
Stranger, see a neighbor.
feel it? Can you feel
I can.
Madam Vice?
I just want y'all to take a look at this phony hug that they had. Just take a look at this phony hug. Look how fake, look how repressed and phony that hug looked. The fakeness of that hug, it felt like, it was very forced, very telegraphed. Neither one of these women wanted to hug one another. It felt very fake when I first saw this. These are not two women that love each other. These are not two women that love each other's politics, love what each other stand for. These are two women, almost forcing themselves to have to hug one another. It felt very forced. The hug felt very forced to me. Very forced to me, Yeah. And you have Meryl Streep here smiling from ear to ear.
So welcome to hello, Madam Vice President. Hello, welcome to Michigan.
Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We will be looking at the Kamala Harris Oprah Cringefest interview. Let me know what you think of it. Let me know who you think is more fake and phony. Let's continue.
It's so good to be back. And Governor, thank you for everything you are and everything you do for the state. Thank you.
Well,
Thank you.
can you see this? We have 1,000
my
screens
goodness.
here
Oh, my
representing people from all over the country.
Hi, everyone.
Can you
my
feel?
goodness.
Can you
Yes.
feel?
And let's be real here. This was an epic fail. They had a bunch of celebrities on the screen. You saw Meryl Streep on there, J Lo, Chris Rock, a bunch of celebrities. That have always been Democrats. They tried to show their hand. They tried to show a show of power, if you will. All of these celebrities voting for Democrats. They tried to show a little bit of their power. But the thing about it is Kamala Harris she doesn't have the charisma of a Barack Obama. She doesn't have the likability of a Bill Clinton. She comes off very cringe. She comes off very phony. She comes off very fake. So this interview kind of displayed that. And this kind of tells me why the Democrats have been shielding her and, kind of protecting her from doing interviews, because, she just comes off fake, phony. But let's get back into it.
Oh, can you feel it? Can you feel the joy rising in here?
I can, and I have to tell you, there's so much that I love about our campaign, because it really is about the people. And I look around at these screens, Oprah, I look at who's in the room, and this is America.
This is
America. I was saying with
This is America. You have Meryl Streep, Chris Rock, Jennifer Lopez, and a host of other celebrities that are on screens. How do they represent America? They represent the 1%. These are not everyday people that are struggling to buy groceries. These are not everyday people that are having trouble trying to, handle the cost of living in America. Maybe the people in the audience are, but the people that they selected to be on the screen, they're not showcasing, they keep putting Meryl Streep on the screen every 5 seconds, trying to get her reaction. The celebrities that they tried to, incorporate in this broadcast, they do not represent America. They are not the people struggling. So again, the Democrats have also failed again. And that's what I said last night. I said that the Democrats, they're not really reaching out to the everyday man. They are totally discarding and totally ignoring the everyday man. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Let's get back into it.
a group of friends earlier, I think in this moment where we've dealt with so much that I think is quite exhausting around powerful forces that would try and divide us and try us to have us as Americans pointing fingers at each other.
Yes.
Oh, I got to stop right here, y'all. The Democrats are responsible for the division. The Democrats are responsible for the divide. CNN, every time you turn on CNN, they're talking about how Donald Trump is a tyrant, a dictator, he's a criminal, he's a felon. They're the ones creating the divide. They're the ones drawing the lines. They're the ones making, almost like the Republicans and the Democrats, they're turning it into Bloods and Crips. So I gotta call a spade here. Because it's really the Democrats, these two individuals right here, they've created the divide. They've created the tension in the country. When you got CNN, and MSNBC pumping into 30, 40, 50 million homes, Trump is a tyrant. Trump is a dictator. We need to stop Trump. We need to do this with Trump. Trump needs to be thrown in jail. When you're pumping that into 40, 50 million homes, how are you not responsible for the division in this country?
Oh my God!
How are you not responsible for that when you're pumping it into 50 million homes? How are you not responsible for the attempted assassination attempts when you're pumping into 40, 50 million homes that Trump is a tyrant, Trump is a dictator, we need to stop Trump? How are you not responsible, Democrats? It's ridiculous. No accountability from the Democrats whatsoever. But let's continue.
That this movement that is about reminding each other that we have so much more in common than what separates us is so critically important. And this is about the strength of who we are as Americans. And this movement that we're in about, as I like to say, seeing in the face of a stranger a neighbor.
Yes, yes, yes,
Right?
yes, yes.
An extension of love thy neighbor, that you literally in the face of a stranger see a neighbor.
Yes.
How do you love your neighbor, Kamala Harris? Clearly, you don't love the American people, because if you love the American people, you would be taking care of the border. If you love the American people, you would be taking care of this inflation crisis. How do you love America, Kamala? I don't see it. You love the immigrant class. You don't love the American people that work hard every day, go to work. You don't love those people. Let's continue. If you want to be a part of the discussion and the dialogue, please put it in a super chat. Please put it in a donation. We read all super chats. We read all donations. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let's get back into it.
And approach each other with that level of dignity and grace and kindness.
Well, that's exactly what happened with the Win with Black Women. I know
Yes.
you've known Joe Taker for many years.
Thank you, my
That's
dear.
exactly what happened.
She started it.
And can I say this about Black women? The Democrats are taking advantage of you. They take advantage of you every year. Black women, the Democrats have been taking advantage of your voting bloc for so many years. And Black women, how have you been incentivized for your vote? How have you been incentivized for your vote? Think about it, Black women. You've been to these elections, you've been to the rallies, you've been out there with your little sign, vote for Kamala, I'm voting for the Dems. How have you been incentivized, Black women? A lot of Black men have awoken from the madness. A lot of Black men have smelt the folders, if you will. How have Black women been incentivized by the Democrats? The Democrats lie to Black women. They discard the dreams and the hopes of Black women. Democrats, they get in office off of the backs of Black women, then they discard them. Then they take their homes, they take their incentives, and they just throw it away. Black women, stop being taken advantage of by the Democrats. When are they going to do something for your community? When are they going to do something for your people? When are they going to incentivize your community? They're incentivizing the LGBTQ. They're incentivizing every other community. The immigrant class. The European Jewish community. When will they incentivize your community, Black women? So Black women, stop being taken advantage of by the Democrats. Stop being bamboozled by Oprah Winfrey, Winfrey, licking the boots of the Democratic left whenever she can, just to get some celebratory butter biscuits. Stop allowing the Democrats to take advantage of your voter, black woman.
They had to start it. They had to be called. They had to be called and then said, let's open the door.
Yeah.
Let's open the door and invite everybody else in, and everybody.
I need y'all to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you want to be a part of the dialogue and the discussion, please put it in the super chat. We read all super chats. We read all donations. Let's continue.
Actually came
organically.
Yes.
Organically. Like, this is the beauty of our country. There's so much at stake in this election, and ultimately the question before us is, what kind of country do we want to live in? And
I want to live in a country where the grocery prices aren't astronomical. I want to live in a country where we're not being invaded by immigrants in every sanctuary city. I want a country that puts the American people first. I want to live in a country where the American dream is alive and well. That's the country I want to live in, Kamala Harris, and you have not been, doing the job on giving the American public that country. Salute to Rick Slick. Salute to Rick Slick. He says soundboard gang. Salute to Rick Slick. Let's continue.
Beauty of a democracy, as long as we can hold on to it. The beauty of a democracy is each of us has the power. Each of us has the power.
That's right.
To answer that question.
That's right. Everybody on this call and beyond has the power. But can I just start with this?
Yes, please.
I have to say this because in all of my private conversations, Gail, and I've said this 100 times.
Yeah.
And everybody is saying it. You all have said it. I know you have. It seems to us that something happened to you the moment President Biden, stepped aside and withdrew his candidacy, that a veil or something dropped and you just stepped into your power?
I totally disagree with that. And let's really peel back the layers on that. Joe Biden did not step down. Nancy Pelosi, aka Skeletor, and Obese, Barack Obama, they colluded to get Joe Biden out of that White House. Make no mistake about it. The wild witch of the Wicked West, Nancy Pelosi, and Obese, they were the ones who colluded and got Jim Crow Joe kicked out of the White House. And I don't know what Oprah's talking about. Oh, this veil has been pulled back and now you're coming into your own. This woman has still refused to do an interview with a respectable publication and have a long-form discussion. This woman she goes on stage at the campaign rally, talks about for 30 minutes. What veil has she pulled back? She's not doing any of the work. She hasn't been at the border. She's not doing things currently right now to fix the inflation and fix the economy. What veil has been removed? Or what has she been doing that it's so powerful, that it's so great? What has she been doing that's so great, Oprah? I would love to know this. What has she been doing? Because I can't tell you what she's done that's so great. I can't tell you what she's done that's so phenomenal, Oprah. But you're talking like she's like this phoenix rising, and it was Jim Crow Joe holding her back. Stop it! It's cap. It's pure utter cap. You know. Hey, again, I need y'all to hit that like button. We got 350 people in the building. You're riding high. I need y'all to hit that like button. I need y'all to hit that subscribe button. If you want to be a part of the dialogue, if you want to be a part of the discussion, please put it in the super chat. Please put it in the donation. We read all super chats. We read all donations. Let's get back into it.
I mean, literally, looking at you at a speech like the week before, which was a great speech, very nice. And then the next week, I saw you walking in the thing.
What is Oprah doing with all this jive walking? All this shucking and jiving? Sit down, Oprah. All this jive walking, shucking and jiving, high-fiving. Sit down, Oprah. Sit down.
And I said, what happened to you?
1 second, y'all. Hold on. We're gonna get into the proceedings this evening now. Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
We each have those moments in our lives where it's time to step up.
Time to step up.
Time to step up, you know?
Well, the moment you heard...
Kamala, how have you stepped up? How? Did you step up at the border? Did you step up in terms of the economy? Did you step up on doing anything that we could sit up here and champion you for? How have you stepped up? How has she stepped up? Can somebody tell me? Can somebody articulate to me how this woman has stepped up? I need to know now. How has she stepped up? What has she done of notoriety? What has she done incentivized? What has she done? What is on her record? Can anybody articulate to me what she's done? Oh my God! Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button, y'all. Let's continue.
I mean, I really have been saying to people, it felt like a veil dropped and you sort of stepped through that veil. Did you feel like that?
I felt a sense of responsibility, to be honest with you. And with that comes a sense of purpose. But I mean...
Where was your sense of responsibility when it came to you being the border czar? You allowed millions and millions of undocumented immigrants to flood into this country. Where was your sense of responsibility then? Millions and millions and millions of undocumented immigrants flooding into this country's borders. Where was your responsibility then, woman? It took for election season for you to finally take this job serious. It took for election season for you to finally put on your big girl pantsuits and start talking about doing the work. Ridiculous. Get back into it. Again, if you want to be a part of the dialogue, if you want to be a part of the discussion, please put it in the super chat. We read all super chats. We read all donations. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let's get back into it.
We're all here and you all are taking time out of your busy lives, everyone here, everyone on the screen, because there really is so much at stake. You know, I have spent the majority of my career being concerned about the well-being of other people.
Yeah.
I disagree about that as well. You've spent the majority of your career stacking black men in jail like sardines. You've spent the majority of your career working in collaborations with the white supremacist justice system, with the white supremacist officers. You've spent, you know, the duration of your career clawing your way to the top. You didn't mind who was underneath that shoe. You didn't mind who you had to, you know, step on to get to that top. So I disagree with that.
As I've said, in my career as a prosecutor, I never looked at a victim or a witness and asked them, are you a Republican or a Democrat? The only thing I've asked...
But you know what you did? You know what you did, Kamala Harris? You looked at the people that you were prosecuting. You looked at them as animals. And listen, some of those men that you prosecuted, some of them were criminals. Some of them were bad men. Some of them were deserving to go to jail. But there were some men that walked into that courtroom that, you know, they just got a little minor drug charge. They were black. And you hammered home the charges. You were tossing black men in jail like sardines. Stacking them up brick by brick. You wasn't humanizing those men that you're throwing in jail. You wasn't humanizing them. You wasn't working on behalf of them. If Kamala Harris was a public defender, then you know what? I can say, you know what? This is a woman who decided to take her knowledge, decided to take her law degree and say, you know what? I want to help people that are facing the justice system. She decided to work in collaboration with the white supremacist justice system. So this whole narrative that she's a woman of the people and she wanted to work for the people, it's hogwash. It's all cap. You wanted to work in collaboration with the white supremacist justice system. You wanted to create more prison industrial slaves for the justice system. You were not a woman of the people. You were not working for the people. There was a lot of officers, I'm sure, that, were racially profiling black men, that threw felonious charges on those black men, trumped up drug charges on those black men. What did you do, Kamala Harris? You did not work for the you did not work for the people. You backed up those white supremacist officers. You backed up their stories. So I'm not agreeing with this narrative that you're a woman of the people. Where is your record for you being a woman of the people? I reject and I repudiate you being a woman of the people. I reject that.
Ask them is, are you okay?
Are you okay? I know when I heard that.
You know?
Touch me.
And traveling this country and knowing what is at stake in terms of fundamental freedoms, what's at stake in terms of fighting against hate and those efforts to divide us. Mm-hmm. And
the Democrats are the ones dividing us. Let's be honest here. The Democrats, can I just say this? If you're pumping into 40, 50 million homes every day, Trump is a tyrant. Trump is a dictator. We got to stop Trump. Trump is a criminal. A lot of people around this nation, a lot of people in this country are going to feel like they're going to have to, do something about Trump. They're going to feel the urgency in their spirit. Because the CNNs, the ABCs, the MSNBCs are pumping into millions and millions of homes that Trump is a problem. So you're the ones creating the division. It's the Democrats that create the divisions. They're the ones weaponizing race, weaponizing, the LGBTQ community, weaponizing our differences instead of taking our differences and bringing us together. They are not doing that. They're weaponizing our differences. Again, if you want to be a part of the dialogue, if you want to be a part of the discussion, please put it in a super chat. We read all super chats. We read all donations. I want people to be a part of the dialogue. I want people to be a part of the discussion. So please put it in a super chat. Please put it in a donation. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let's get back into it.
I do know that I'm in a position to do something about it. So I felt a great responsibility. Mm-hmm. And the incredible power of the people, right? Who, I'm not the only leader in this. We're all leaders in this. This is so much bigger than me. Mm-hmm. It's about who we are as Americans. And it's about making clear what we stand for. And what we stand for is about the ideals upon which we were founded, including the importance of freedom and the importance of independence and the importance of dignity and purpose. But it is
a lot of word salad going on here. She's been claimed to just have these word salad moments. A lot of word salad going on here. Let's continue.
It's also about what we stand for in terms of our values. I think of it this way.
I think a lot boils down to values. I just said values are on the line here. Yes.
It does. I mean, think about it, Oprah. The idea that some would suggest and that my opponent and it suggests, which is that the measure of the strength of a leader is based on who you beat down. Come on. The real measure of the strength of a leader is based on who you lift up. And it's
How are you lifting up the American people, Kamala? How are you lifting us up as a nation? Any Kamala Harris supporters in here? How is Kamala Harris lifting us up as a nation? This woman is in the office. This woman is our VP. She was the border czar. What is she doing currently? What has she done in the last 3.5 years to lift us up as a nation? How have you been lifting us up? You've been pulling us down by the weight of the economy. You've been pulling us down by all the immigrants flooding into the country. You've been pulling us down, Kamala. What are you talking about lifting us up? When have you lifted us up? You're not lifting us up. I don't feel lifted up in America right now. I feel like the American public, the American people are put to the back burner. So how are you lifting us up? I need to hear how you're lifting us up.
It's important for us.
Absolutely.
Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you have anything to add to the dialogue, anything to add to the discussion, please put it in a super chat. We read all super chats. We read all donations.
Ever since the debate, we feel for our fellow citizens in Springfield. Do you not think about the fellow citizens in Springfield, Ohio, the Haitian families, the non-Haitian families, everybody having to deal with this lie that has endangered the...
How has it been a lie? There is video evidence of immigrants snatching up geese. There has been reports of animals missing. That doesn't mean that it's a lie. Have we seen a video of somebody eating a cat or a dog yet? No. But it doesn't mean that it's a lie if pets are coming up missing. We see video evidence of an immigrant walking around with the geese in hand. How does it then become a lie? It hasn't been proven true, but it hasn't been proven false. Let's continue.
The lives of Haitian people and anybody who looks Haitian. Everybody in America feels for that. And everybody in America, left, right, middle, has concerns about immigration. And I'm told that Justin, where are you in the audience? Justin.
Hello.
In our audience.
Hello, Madam Vice President.
You live in Michigan.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't you love saying hello, Madam Vice President?
I do.
What's your question? It's an immigration question.
My question for you is, when you become president, what would be your specific steps? Yeah, of course. What would be your specific steps to strengthening the border?
She won't be becoming president. She won't be. I already like the question that he asked. What's going to be your attempts on strengthening the border? Remember, this woman was the border czar. This woman was in charge of the border. So I can't wait to see what nonsensical, ridiculous thing that she's about to attempt to say here. You were put in charge of the border and you fumbled it. So let's see what she comes up with in terms of strengthening the border. He just asked her, what are going to be your attempts on strengthening the border? Let's hear that.
Border.
1 second, y'all. Y'all hold on. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. All right, let's get back into it.
So it's a wonderful and important question.
It's a wonderful and important question, and then you need to answer it for old time's sake. You know, all the haggling, all the times you drop the ball on the border. It's time for you to actually do something now, Kamala. Answer the damn question.
You know, my background was as a prosecutor, and I was also the elected attorney general for 2 terms of a border state. So this is not a theoretical issue.
What are you going to do to fix the damn border? I don't care about your time as a damn prosecutor. What are you going to do? Lay out the plan of what you're going to do. I don't need to know your damn background. What are you going to do to fix the damn border? Let's hear it.
For me, this is something I've actually worked on. Okay. I have.
You ain't been working on the damn. You ain't been working on no damn border. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm turned up right now. Hold on, y'all. I'm a little turned up. Y'all give me a second. You know, because she just lied saying that this is something that she's been working on. How has she been working on the border?
Hello.
In our audience.
Hello, Madam Vice President.
You live in Michigan.
Let's run that back one more time. She just said that this is something I've been working on. When has Kamala Harris been working on the border? Can somebody tell me? She hasn't even been to the damn border. How has she been working on the border? I've been working on the border. Oh, there's a hogwash. Hey, we got 350 people in the building. I need you to hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. If you have anything to add to the dialogue, anything to add to the discussion, please put it in the super chat. Let's run this question back one more time.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't you love saying hello, Madam Vice President?
I do.
What's your question? It's an immigration question.
Question for you is, when you become president, what would be your specific steps? Yeah, of course. What would be your specific steps to strengthening the border?
So it's a wonderful and important question. You know, my background was as a prosecutor, and I was also the elected attorney general for 2 terms of a border state. So this is not a theoretical issue for me. This is something I've actually worked on. Okay. I have prosecuted.
That's cap. She has not worked on anything at the border. When it comes to the border, she has not been working on the border.
Transnational criminal organizations for the trafficking of guns, drugs, and human beings. I take very seriously the importance of having a secure border and ensuring the safety of.
That's cap. That's cap. That's cap. That is pure and utter cap, because the border isn't secure now. How are you prioritizing a safe border? People are flooding into this country. They're being incentivized. How are you prioritizing the securing of the border? This is a woman who hasn't even been down, like, you know, and that's another thing. That's what makes me so mad about Kamala Harris. You know, a lot of her supporters, they want you to think that Kamala Harris hasn't had anything to do. Like, she's just been sitting at a desk as a vice president, just been sitting at a desk, pushing pencils around. They gave this woman things to do. They gave her jobs and responsibilities to do. And every time they gave her a job and something to do, she failed at it. Every time they gave her a job, Kamala Harris, we're going to give you the border czar job. We're going to let you be in charge of the border. We're going to have you secure it. Whatever you decide to do with the job of the border czar, we're going to give it to you. She failed at it. All of these immigrants flooding into the country. New York is paying $5 billion of taxpayers' money only on the immigrant crisis. $5 billion on immigration alone in New York. $5 billion. Not on the homeless problem. Not on education. Not on not on housing, but on immigration alone. How do you not see that as a failure, Kamala Harris supporters? When you got $5 billion of taxpayers' money not going to the children of America, not going to the homeless of America, not going to the people that are down and out American citizens of America, but going to people from other countries that don't pay taxes, that don't have any history in this country, that are just taking advantage of our system. Let's really talk about it. They gave this woman jobs to do, and she failed at every turn. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let's get back into it.
The American people. Sadly, where we are now can be traced most recently back to the fact that when the United States Congress, members of the Congress, including some of the most conservative Republicans, came up with a border security bill. And here's what that border security bill would have done. It would have put 1,500 more border agents at the border. And let me tell you, those border agents are working around the clock.
Kamala Harris, this is all cap right here. Forget about the border bill. Forget about all of that. You are in charge of the border. Why couldn't you take you and your pantsuits down there at the border and just put some more agents down there? Ladies and gentlemen, you are looking at the border czar of America. This woman is in charge of the border, and she's making excuses why our border isn't secure. She's making excuses why she failed at her job. You have to pay attention to all of the excuses that Kamala Harris has been bringing up. A lot of you people that hate Trump, a lot of you people that are Democrats, a lot of you people that are Kamala Harris supporters, you are not looking at all of the time she makes excuses. People are asking her, why did the economy fail? Why are we in a state of inflation? What does she say? Instead of taking accountability and say, you know what? Me and Joe, we should have done a better job. We should have did this. We should have did that. We should have worked harder. She does not take any accountability. What does she do when people ask her about why we're in inflation? She points at the housing market. She points at the big banks. She points at the pharma industry. She points at the grocery stores and the food industry. This woman totally lacks accountability. Now we're asking her about the border. What are you going to do to fix the border? You were the border czar. You were in charge of the border. Instead of taking the accountability and saying, you know what, I was the border czar. I should have done a better job in securing that border, doing what I needed to do to fix that border. She's now pointing fingers. Oh, we had a bill and it didn't go in place. And just you were the border czar. Forget about that bill. Make it happen. Forget about that bill, woman. Make it happen. And I truly believe that a lot of you Kamala Harris supporters, you're not looking at all of the time she's making excuses. She's making excuses every time when someone asks her, well, listen, Kamala, you were responsible for this. You were responsible for the border. You failed at securing our border. Why should I vote for you now if you failed at the border? Why should I vote for you now in terms of the economy when you failed at the economy? A lot of you Kamala Harris supporters, you keep, holding your ears, like you don't want to hear it. You don't want to see it. But she continues to make excuses on why the jobs didn't get done, why things didn't happen better. Why are you not taking accountability for her excuses? I really want to know that from the Kamala Harris supporters, because I feel like you guys are just like it's like you're deaf in the ears every time she makes his excuses. You wouldn't award Trump that luxury of making excuses why he didn't get the job done. You wouldn't award Trump that. You wouldn't say, okay, Trump, we understand. Okay, Trump, we're going to let it go that you didn't get this done. You wouldn't award Trump that luxury. Why are you awarding Kamala Harris, a woman that's in the office right now, why are you awarding her that luxury of, she didn't get the job done and she's going to make all these excuses? Why are you allowing her to get away with that? Why are you allowing her to get away with the excuses? I want to know that from the Kamala Harris supporters, because I continually see that, and they're not calling it out. They're not calling her out for the excuses.
It would have just been about giving them some support and relief, which is probably why the border agents actually endorsed the bill. It would have allowed us to stem the flow of fentanyl. And I'm looking at people from all over the country here, so I don't need to tell the folks who are watching this.
How has she stopped, the fentanyl? How has she stopped? We're still going through a fentanyl opioid crisis in America. People are dropping dead from using fentanyl. Celebrities. How many celebrities have we lost in the last 3.5 years due to, fentanyl, due to drugs? Whether it be Michael K. Williams, DMX, Mac Miller, all of these people that we've lost due to fentanyl, how has she stopped it? I need y'all to hit that like button. I need y'all to hit that subscribe button. If you have anything to add to the dialogue, anything to add to the discussion, please put it in the super chat. We read all super chats. We read all donations. Let's get back into it.
What fentanyl has done to families, to kids in our country, and the need to take seriously stemming the flow coming into our country and addressing that extraordinary and tragic issue in terms of its effect.
I haven't heard anything that she's going to do directly. Listen, have anybody heard this whole word salad that she just gave? Did you hear anything that she was going to do directly that was going to fix the border? She's talking about how they had a bill in place and the Republicans turned it down. She's talking about, the Fenty. She's talking about all this stuff. What are you going to do directly, woman, that's going to fix the damn border? I have not heard an answer. I have not heard a foolproof plan. A lot of you Kamala Harris supporters, you love to kick in Trump's back about him not having a plan. Where is Kamala Harris's plan right now? I don't hear a plan. I hear a bunch of excuses. I hear a bunch of word salad. I don't hear a foolproof plan that's going to fix the damn border.
The bill would have allowed us to have more resources to...
Forget about the damn bill. What are you going to do now? That bill was years ago. Let the bill go. Let the bill go. What are you going to do now? We want to know what you're going to do now. We want to know what you're going to fix now. We want to know how are you going to do these things now. Let's stop going back. Give us a foolproof plan. Give us a bulletproof plan. Give us a blueprint of what you're going to do now. A lot of you Kamala Harris supporters, you kick in the back of Trump for not having a plan. Where is her plan right now? Why does she keep going back to the bill that the Republicans turned down? And I really find it funny, too. Another thing about the Democrats that I find funny, they accuse Trump of calling Republicans, right? Calling Republicans to stop that bill from happening, right? They accuse Trump of that, right? But they think it's crazy for think to think they think a lot of Kamala Harris supporters, they think it's crazy that the Democrats didn't call up, judges, didn't call up district attorneys to get Trump, indicted, to get Trump, in a bunch of legal trouble. It's totally feasible that Trump called up a couple of Republicans to stop that bill, but it's not feasible that the Democrats called up a couple judges, a couple district attorneys, and got Trump indicted. It's totally biased. But let's continue.
Prosecute transnational criminal organizations. And it would have been part of the solution. And Donald Trump called up those folks and said, don't put that bill on the floor for a vote. He blocked it.
See that this is my thing, right? If you're gonna accuse Trump of blocking the bill, listen, if you're gonna accuse him, right? And that's fine. Listen, I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not a Kamala Harris supporter. If that's what you believe, that's fine. But on the flip side, right? If you're going to accuse Trump of doing that, then I'm going to have to accuse the Democrats of weaponizing the justice system against Trump. We've never seen a president get indicted and deal with all these legal troubles as soon as he gets out of office. If you're going to accuse Trump of calling up Republicans to stop a bill, then I'm going to accuse the Democrats of weaponizing the justice system against him. Because we got to be fair and balanced. If Trump has all this power to stop a bill, when he's not in office, if he has all this power to stop a bill, then I'm going to look at the flip side and I'm going to say, well, the Democrats, they have a lot of power too. Maybe they're weaponizing this justice system against him. That's all.
The bill, and you know why? Because he'd prefer to run on a problem instead of fixing a problem.
And you know the crazy thing, Kamala Harris, you're running on a problem right now. She's accusing Trump of running on a problem instead of fixing a problem. Kamala Harris, you're running on a problem now. People are dealing with inflation. They're dealing with the state of the economy. Instead of you fixing the economy, instead of you fixing inflation, you're running on a problem, right? Hold on, Kamala. Hold on, Democrats. People are complaining about the flux of immigrants flooding into this country. Instead of you going down to the border, fixing that border, securing that border, you're running on a problem telling people that you're going to fix it, right? This woman is a hypocrite. She's doing exactly what she's accusing Donald Trump of doing. Oh my God! But are you Kamala Harris supporters? Are you going to call that out? Are you going to see that for what it is? Are you going to call that out, Kamala Harris supporters? She just accused Trump of running on a problem, right? Of Trump not fixing something, but running on the problem. She has not fixed the border. But she's talking about the border. She has not fixed the economy, but she's talking about fixing the economy. She's doing exactly what Trump has said. She's doing exactly what she said Trump did. But again, you guys are not going to call that out. Let's continue.
And he has put his personal political security before border security. Because understand, even in the intervening...
I need y'all to hit that like button. We got 400 people in the building and we only got a few likes. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. I need y'all to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button right now. Hit that like button right now. Let's continue.
Months, what that bill would have done to give support to folks who care about this issue. And this again gets to the point about what does leadership really look like? And is it about you or is it about the people? Right. Is it about running on problems or fixing problems?
Woman, you're running on a problem. This is totally a bad angle. Can somebody tell me, I'm looking at the chat right now, any Kamala Harris supporters, can you guys tell me, in the last 3.5 years that Kamala Harris has been in office, follow me, what has she fixed? I'm looking at the chat right now. Tell me what Kamala has fixed in her last 3.5 years in office. I'm looking at the chat right now. What has she fixed? What has she fixed? I'm looking right now in the chat. What has she fixed? Because she keeps saying that, oh, Trump has ran on a problem. Trump is not fixing anything. What has she fixed? What has she fixed? Has she fixed the border? Has she fixed immigration? Has she fixed the economy? What about foreign politics? Has she fixed the situation in Russia and Ukraine? Has she fixed the Israel-Hamas crisis? What has she fixed? So she keeps saying that this is totally a bad angle for her. When she keeps saying that he's running on a problem, but he's not fixing the problem. Woman, you haven't fixed anything. You totally ruined the economy, but you're talking as if you're going to fix it. You dropped the ball on the border, but you're talking as if you're going to fix it. So you're running on a problem, Kamala. What are you talking about? You're running on a problem as well. What's stopping you from going to that White House and fixing the economy right now, Kamala? What's stopping you from going to that White House and fixing that border, fixing that economy? You're running on a problem. Let's continue.
My work and my career has always been about saying, let's fix problems. Let's address the needs because we know it's within our capacity to do that.
So
fixing the problem for you is throwing black men in jail like sardines. I was fixing the problem for you. We're going to stack them in like sardines. We're going to throw black men in jail at a higher proportion that we do white men that commit the same crimes. That was solving the problem for you, Kamala. I got to call a spade a spade. Let's continue.
Answer Justin's question. Now that bill has gone and hasn't passed, will you reintroduce that?
Absolutely. And when I am elected...
Why haven't you done it already? This is totally embarrassing. This is totally embarrassing. For you to accuse Trump of running on a problem, and then they ask you, what are you going to do to fix it? Well, Trump, he knocked down the bill, and that's why we didn't get things done, and yada, yada, yada. But so you didn't do anything directly to fix that border. You didn't, sign any executive orders. You didn't, push things through. You didn't do what you could have done at the best of your abilities to fix the problem. But now you're telling people, when I get in office, I am going to fix the border. Kamala Harris, you're running on a problem then. If you're telling people that you're not going to fix things until you get in office, Kamala Harris, you are guilty of running on a problem. How is this so hard for her to figure out? Let's continue.
The President of the United States, I will make sure that bill gets to my desk and I will sign it into law.
Why haven't you done it already? This is crazy.
Thank you, Justin. Thank you. Listen to this.
And hear me out. Hear me out as well. What was her foolproof plan to say, I'm going to fix this? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to implement these plans. Excuse me. I'm going to implement these plans to fix this crisis. I'm going to do this, this, and this. There was no foolproof plan that I heard. We got 500 people in the building. I need y'all to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you have anything to add to the dialogue, anything to add to the to the discussion here, please put it in a super chat. We read all super chats. We read all donations. I want people to be a part of the dialogue. I want people to be a part of the discussion here. Let's continue though.
A majority of young Americans, 18 to 34, say that the cost of living is their top issue ahead of the election. Let's take a look.
Hey everyone. So the team.
Oh man, she's paying a lot of sponsorship dollars. She's paying a lot of sponsorship money. You know, she's paying money on YouTube. You know, for the sponsors. You know, she's everywhere with it. You know. Here you got this commercial popping up on my stream. I don't want to hear what you're talking about. You ain't got nothing to talk about. Popping up everywhere. Popping up here, popping up there, popping up. I mean, come on, woman. Sit on down.
Extremely expensive right now.
I don't understand how people are affording life right now.
These are Americans. These are young Americans expressing how tough it is in America. The economy. Now, keep in mind, everybody, this is the economy that she ruined. This is the economy that they did a poor job maintaining. This is the economy that they dropped the ball on. Here you have young Americans voicing their concerns about the economy.
For so many Americans, the high cost of living is their top concern this election.
Rach, we have $435 to last us till the end of the month. Okay?
What?
In Philadelphia, Rachel and Garrett say they have to watch every penny.
When I think of middle class, I think about people who are able to just get up and go and do things within their means and like not extravagant things, but be able to get up and go to dinner whenever they want, or maybe take that trip, that long weekend trip. We don't have that luxury.
By a long shot, her tax plan is phenomenal, no glazed.
Kamala Harris just delivered her new economic plan, and boy, oh boy, is it good for small business owners.
Holy shit, you guys. Kamala Harris is going to announce tomorrow a $25,000 tax credit for first-time home buyers.
When I am elected president, I will make it a top priority to bring down costs and increase economic security for all Americans.
Well, Rachel and Garrett are joining us on Zoom from Pennsylvania, and I understand your sister and brother-in-law moved in, and you're hoping to save money to have a second child?
That's right. Hi, Oprah. Hi, Madam Vice President. It's nice to be with you all.
Yes.
Hi.
And so what did you want to say to the Vice President?
So, Madam Vice President, we are, like many, many young Americans, just experiencing a very high cost of living. We ended up giving up our apartment, moving in with our parents who were so gracious to take.
These are two people of America, and they both look to be, about maybe in their 30s, maybe early 40s. Had an apartment. They had to move in with their damn parents. This is the Joe Biden administration, Kamala Harris administration. These are two young adults that had to move in with their parents. And let me tell you something. I was in an Uber maybe like 5 or 6 months ago. And I was talking to somebody. The man had 4 kids, right? He's about 40. The Uber driver, he's about 40 years old. He has 4 kids. He told me he had to move in with his parents. So, you know, the Biden administration has not been good for young adults. Young adults can't buy homes. Young adults can't, build their families. Spread out their families. It's tough for young Americans, and Biden and Kamala Harris have not been making it easy for them.
Take us in for over a year so that we could save money and ultimately buy a home, because that's what we thought the American dream was.
They lied to you. Kamala Harris, you failed these people right here. You failed these people on the screen. This young man and this woman, you failed them.
Get married and buy a home and have a baby. And now here we are, and our mortgage is incredibly higher than what we thought it would be. And my sister and our brother-in-law are living with us right now so that they can hopefully one day do the same. And while it's beneficial for us because they help us pay off some of our mortgage, it's also beneficial for them because they can save on cheaper rent. But we really would love to know what your plan is to help lower the cost of living.
Let's hear this. Let's hear this nonsense that she's about to spew out.
Yeah. First of all, thank you both for being here. And yours is a story I hear around the country as I travel. And in terms of both rightly having the right to have aspirations and dreams and ambitions for your family, and working hard and finding that the American dream is, for this generation and so many recently, far more elusive than it's been. And we need to deal with that. And there are a number of ways. One is bringing down the cost of everyday necessities, including groceries. So that's why I'm taking on, for example...
Why haven't you done that? Why haven't you done that already? What was stopping you, Kamala, from pushing that through to bringing down the cost of things? Why haven't you done that already? Why hasn't she done this already? Why hasn't she done it? 3.5 years. You know what, Kamala Harris supporters, you need to ask yourself, if she hasn't been at the border, right? Hear me out. If she hasn't been at the border, if she hasn't been doing a job as a border czar, right? If she hasn't been working on the economy, hasn't been to Russia to, hasn't been to Ukraine rather to, fix the tensions with Russia and Ukraine. Kamala Harris supporters, you need to ask yourself, what has she been doing in the last 3.5 years? What has she been doing? Listen. It's only about, it's not too many colors of pantsuits that you could buy. What has she been doing with her time in that White House? Because if there's nothing of notoriety that any of us could say, well, she did this, she worked on this, she accomplished this. If there's nothing of notoriety, if she didn't do a good job as a border czar, was never there, didn't work on fixing the economy, I'm really puzzled at what exactly has she been doing in these last 3.5 years. Salute to Vern Whitley. Salute to Vern Whitley with the $5 donation. Salute to Vern Whitley. Vern Whitley says, Vice Presidents work on the behalf of the President, a.k.a. her boss. That's why she hasn't done her agenda. Stop the propaganda. Google is free. Let's get to Vern real quick, right? And salute to Vern. Thank you for the $5 donation. Salute to Vern. Now, Vern, let's address what you said, right? You said vice presidents work on behalf of the president. That's true, what you just said. But the problem with that is when vice presidents work on behalf of the president gives the vice president incentives and jobs and responsibilities to do. Joe Biden gave her a job. He gave her a job. Her responsibility was to be the border czar of America. We'll get to the economy later. Let's focus on immigration. Let's focus on the border. Joe Biden, her boss, as you said, Vern, gave her a job to be the border czar. This woman has never been to the border. This woman has not done anything for the border. She has not secured the border. She did not do her job. So what you're saying, it sounds cute. It sounds really cute. But the reality is they gave her a job. They gave her responsibilities and she did not do it. She did not execute the job. She did not get things done. Stop making excuses. If you want to say, hey, you know, the economy, that's not Kamala's fault. It was Jim Crow Joe. He didn't make things happen. He overspent governmental money. He was dishing out too much money, trillions of dollars everywhere, all these foreign countries. If you want to say, let's stall Kamala out in terms of the economy. You know, maybe we could have a talk about that. But what about the immigration crisis? What about the border? This woman was directly in charge of the border. She can't wiggle out of that. She can't get out of that when they gave her the job of border czar, Vern. They gave her a job. They gave her responsibility, and she did not do it. That's facts. But salute to Vern for the $5 donation. Salute to Vern Watley for the $5 donation. Salute to you, sir. Let's get back into it.
Example, price gouging, which is when, you know, most companies and corporations are good, but for those bad ones, they take advantage of people, especially during a pandemic or extreme weather.
Again, if you have anything to add to the dialogue, anything to add to the discussion, please put it in the super chat. We read all super chats. We read all donations. I want people to be a part of this discussion. I want people to be a part of this dialogue. This is your country. This is my country. This is our country. Let's get into it.
And they end up jacking up prices, and there needs to be accountability and consequence for that. So I'm going to be taking on price gouging.
Now let me address the state of the economy and where things are at in terms of how things are going in terms of inflation and where we at. This is my issue with Kamala Harris and the economy and, her trying to say that she's going to fix it and she's going to do this and that and the third, right? This is my problem, right? Where's the accountability? Every time we talk about the economy, she's pointing fingers at everybody else but herself. She points fingers at Big Pharma. She points fingers at the food industry. She points, when it comes to the housing market, she points fingers at the banking industry. She points fingers at everybody else but herself. What about all the overspending that the government does? The billions of dollars you send over here, over there, to this country to aid their effort, aid their war. All of the money you send to this developing nation, all the taxpayer dollars that you send over to, Ukraine. She points fingers at everybody else, but they don't talk about all the overspending that they did, all the financial mistakes that they make. They don't want to talk about that. They just want to point fingers at Big Pharma, point fingers at the food industry, point fingers at the banks. What about you? What about what you're doing? What about all the financial woes that you made? Let's continue.
But it's also about dealing with what we need to do around home ownership, right? So as someone mentioned during this film, look, I grew up a child of a mother who worked very hard. She raised me and my sister, and she saved up, and by the time I was a teenager, she was able to buy a home.
That was a long time ago, Kamala Harris. When your mother was buying homes, the market was pretty good. It was damn near giving homes out back in those days. How many of you ever heard? How many of you ever talked to these baby boomers and you asked them, hey, when did you buy your home and what was the price of your home when you bought it? You ever talk to some of these older baby boomers? They brought a house for $50 and a stick of bubble gum. They brought a house. You know, it bought a house for $5 and a peppermint. That was a very long time ago when your mother was able to buy that home and afford that home. And I'm sure the market was in a very better place, and it was damn near giving homes out. That is not the reality of today. Most young Americans can't even afford a home. Forget about the home. They can't even afford the home insurance. So she's talking about her mother back in the day. You know, she saved up and she brought a home. That was a long time ago. The housing market was in a way better place. They was damn near giving homes out back in those days. You know, her mother's a baby boomer. You know, they was damn near giving homes out back in those days. So, you know, her point is mute. I agree. Her point is mute. You know, it doesn't pertain to today. Today's Americans, when the young Americans hear a lot of these baby boomers and they hear, you know, the prices that they were getting their homes for, it's ridiculous. They can't believe it. They were giving homes out at that price. They can't even believe it. We're far removed from that. But let's continue.
And we grew up actually for a long time in an apartment on top of a child care center that was owned by the woman we called our second mother because she helped my mother raise us. And she was a small business owner, Miss Shelton. So I'll bring all this together to tell you the way I think about it is, one, when people work hard and have a dream of buying a home, we should give you the opportunity to be able to do that, which is why part of my plan is for first-time homeowners, buyers, to have a $25,000 down payment assistance to buy your first home. Because people just need to be able to get...
We're going to get to this. We're going to get to this loan that she's talking about. Salute to Vern with the $2 donation. Vern Whitley says, salute to Vern Whitley. He says, Fox talking points. How much research have you done? I've done enough to be sitting here talking about it. What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about this loan? What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about the state of the housing market? What do you want to talk about? I've done enough research. All we got to do is, and we don't want to talk. In fact, I'm not ever going to bring that up. I'm not going to, because I don't want to put my personal business out there. I don't want to put my personal business out there, but you know, you're talking to somebody that knows a little bit something about home ownership. I'm not going to put my information out there, but you know, you're talking to somebody that knows a little bit about home ownership. So a lot of these things that she's saying is hogwash. A lot of people that are homeowners, a lot of people that have owned their homes for years, a lot of people that have been working hard in their homes, and they're hearing a lot of these things that she's saying, they're seeing right through it. Yeah, but salute to Vern. Let's get back into it.
Their foot in the door, and then you'll do the hard work. Part of my plan is what we need to do to support small businesses, because my second mother was a small business owner, and I love our small businesses and our small business owners. They are not only business leaders, they are community leaders. They mentor, they hire locally, and we have so many entrepreneurs in our country.
Kamala Harris, these two are not worried about small business loans. These two are young homeowners, young people that are trying to save up for a home. They don't want to hear about small business loans. Get back to talk to their issues. It's very insensitive for her to be sitting here and now she's talking about now she's talking about small business loan. Get back to the home ownership. Get back to what you're going to do to help young homeowners. People that are trying to buy a home for the first time. Let's get back to that. We don't want to hear about small business. Everybody doesn't own a small business. Stay on topic.
Country who have great ideas, incredible work ethic, but not necessarily access to capital, because not everybody, like my opponent, was handed $400 million on a silver plate that he filed bankruptcy 6 times on. And so part of my plan is to give startup small businesses a $50,000 tax deduction to start up their small business. Right now it's $5,000. Nobody can start a small business with $5,000. So that's part of my plan.
That's a teeny tiny business.
That's a business in
teeny tiny business.
It's a concept of a business, right?
Yes.
You know where I'm going. That's right.
If you want to be a part of the dialogue, if you want to be a part of discussion, please put it in a super chat. We read super chats. Vern, salute to Vern, salute to Vern. Vern, we only read super chats here, okay? If you want your chats to be read, put it in a super chat. We read donations. We read super chats. We put respect on the donors here. We stop the show for the donors here. So, so if you have anything to add to the dialogue, anything to add to the discussion, please put it in the super chat. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let's get back into it.
It's still on paper with the $5,000.
Right.
It's still on paper.
It just hasn't happened, right? Part of to speak to you guys and your family and your dreams is what we need to do around giving middle-class families tax breaks. And so part of my plan is also to extend and expand the child tax credit to $6,000 so that you can, in the first year of your child's life, have the resources to be able to buy a crib and a car seat and clothes for your baby, knowing that's such an extraordinarily important time in their development, and you should
more word salad.
shouldn't have to worry about how you're going to take care of their basic needs. All of this and more is part of what I plan to build, and I call it an opportunity economy. And it's basically about creating opportunities, knowing so many people have the ambition, have the aspiration.
You're trying to bet on people's dreams and hopes and aspirations. People want concrete things that are tangible things that are going to fix the economy, fix the housing market. You can't bet on people's hopes, wishes, and dreams. Some dreams don't come true. Sometimes people hope things happen, but they don't. We need tangible things. We don't need rainbows, unicorns, and lollipops. Tactics to fix the economy. We need concrete, tangible things that are going to work. Yeah, all this dreaming and wishing upon a star and, hey guys, I got an eyelash, blow it away and make a wish. Wish upon a star. We need tangible things that are going to work, Kamala. I'm not hearing anything that's going to work tangibly. That's going to work.
Aspirations are working hard, but just need opportunity to reach their goals and their dreams.
I saw you smiling with that $25,000 credit for the home. I saw that smile on your face and the $6,000. Thank you all so much. I want to just introduce to Shelby, who's also in our virtual audience. Thank you guys. Shelby from Virginia, who's also struggling with the cost of living. Tell us your story, Shelby. Why?
Hi, Madam Vice President. Hi, Oprah. I'm 24 years old. I'm a graduate student living with my parents.
Look at all these people. Look at all these young adults. Look at all these young adults who did everything right. I want you Kamala Harris fans to look at this. Look at this. These young people, they did everything right. They did everything right. They went to school. They got their education. They got their further education. They went to college. Some of them have their degrees. And they're still feeling the weight of the economy on top of the student loans, on top of, whatever their living situation is. A lot of these young adults had to move back in with their parents. This is the economy that you have created. These young adults, they can't start families. They can't buy a home. They can't have children because the world that the Democrats, the world that the Biden administration has crafted and created is not a safe one for them. It's not a financially secure one for them. Why aren't you Kamala Harris fans and supporters? Why aren't you calling that out? Here we have another young American. She did everything right. She went to school. She got her education. She did everything right. But the Biden administration and Kamala Harris, their failures in the economy has forced this young woman who did everything right to move back in with her parents and start from zero. Will you call that out? Will you call that out? Let's get back into it.
And I want to move out next year and potentially buy a home. And I'm concerned about the affordability of one with the extra costs and bills that I'm paying now, along with the bills and costs I will pay in the future too. And so everything just has a cost and everything is so expensive. And so I'm worried about my capacity and how I'm able to fully support myself once I do live independently.
You sound like one of my daughter girls from South Africa graduated. She was like, I hate it.
One of your daughter girls, what? Kamala Harris, Oprah. What are you talking about, daughter girls? You don't have any. You don't have any daughter girls. You don't have any children, Oprah. You and Stedman. We don't know what is going on with Stedman and Oprah. Anybody know what's going on with that? Why did Oprah decide to never have a child? Those are not your children in Africa, Oprah. Those are not your children. Why did you refuse to have a child, Oprah? That's a very good question. That's a very good question. Now, I've wondered that myself. Why? Not only why has she refused to have a child, why has she refused to tie the knot? Is Oprah living a closeted lifestyle? Let's get back into it.
Adulting. I hate adulting. This adulting isn't going so well. Yes.
Well, first of all, congratulations on all the success you've already achieved. And it is your story and the story of our friends before you is really, that's the American story, right? You are working hard, you have goals, you have ambitions. And so part of it is, again, the $25,000 down payment assistance. Part of it is what we need to do to also push back against a very different vision for our country. Because look, in this election, there are two very different visions for our country. One, for me, that is focused on the future, including you, and another that is focused on the past. What Donald Trump, what my opponent plans on doing for the economy is doing what he did the last time he was president and giving another tax break for billionaires and the biggest corporations that would have.
And let me say this about this whole tax break thing. She keeps accusing Trump of signing, something that's going to be a tax break for for like, the 1%, the wealthy part of America. Make no mistake that, listen, Kamala Harris, she has sugar daddies in high places, people that funded her. I think it was reported that she had the highest amount of money given to her campaign in a 24-hour basis. So don't think for a second that she's not going to look out for those people that supported her campaign. She absolutely will. Don't think for a second that she's not going to look out for the people that supported her, that funded her campaign. I think it's absolutely lunacy for us to think that she won't take care of those people. But let's continue.
$5 trillion to our deficit, and get this, he plans on doing what I call a Trump sales tax, which is basically he's going to put a 20% tax on everyday necessities that economists have estimated will cost the average American $4,000 more a year.
It's costing us a lot of money now. With you in office. Is it not? It's costing us a lot of money just to have you in office right now. So I mean, I don't really get her point. It's costing a lot of money for us to have her in office. Right now, as we speak, it's costing us a lot of money to have her in office. Let's continue.
Which is why Goldman Sachs, which is why Moody's, which is why Wharton School of Business, which is why 16 Nobel laureates have collectively determined, after analyzing our plans, one, mine would strengthen the economy, his would weaken it. Two, that on his plan, he would actually blow up inflation and invite a recession by the middle of next year. So when you think about the cost of living, my approach is about lifting you up. His would be about actually weakening our economy. And I feel very strongly when an individual, when a small business, when a family, when the middle class is strong, America is strong.
Amen to that. Amen to that. Thank you, Shelby. Thank you, Rachel and Garrett.
We're gonna stop it right here because I gotta get out of here, you guys. We may pick this back up later tonight. I'm gonna see how things go, but I gotta run out of here. I gotta get out of here very soon. Yeah, but with that being said, this is a terrible interview. I don't really feel like she's really getting to the meat and potatoes of what people want to hear. I'm not hearing a lot of things that she's going to do that is going to fix things like directly. I'm hearing a bunch of wishes and promises that she's going to do, but I'm not hearing any plans. I'm not hearing anything, tangible that I could say, yeah, that's going to work for America. That's a plan. That's something that she's going to do. I'm not hearing that. I'm not hearing it. But with that being said, guys, we'll probably pick this up later tonight. So make sure you guys tune in. If this is your first time here, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. After this video is over, make sure you guys get in the comment section. Let me know how you guys are feeling. Let me know what you guys are dealing with. Let me know what you guys think of this story. We got a lot to get to. This is the most important election of our lifetime. So stay tuned. We're gonna have more discussions. We're gonna have more dialogues, and more talks about this, in terms of politics. But with that being said, I hope you guys have been entertained as well as enlightened. I am your host, True and Livin. This is the Check-In Report. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And God willing, you'll probably see me later tonight. We'll probably do a lot. Maybe we'll pick up this discussion with Kamala Harris. We'll do a part 2. We'll see how that goes. But with that being said, you guys have a productive day. I will see you guys, God willing, later tonight. We'll see how that goes, man. Toodles, you guys have a good night, man. We out.